good. It's your boy Tyler. Get that like button as you come in.
Wrapped around your heart, a weapon drenched in blood. It's falling over you. There's nothing you can do. You know there's dropping angels everywhere, 'cause the righteous are the ones who disappear, inescapable. Soon you'll be back for more. Old enough to lose, still you got to choose. Young enough to live for something you can't win. You know there's dropping angels everywhere, 'cause the righteous are the ones who disappear, inescapable. Soon you'll be back for more.
Turtle Gang, what is good? Let me see all my beautiful people. Make sure y'all thumb the video up as you come in. Don't be slack now. Don't be holding out on the thumbs up.
But the righteous are the ones who's giving in.
What's up, Public House?
Oh, there's dropping angels
What's up,
everywhere,
DJ?
'cause the righteous are the ones who disappear.
Let's go. Thank you for coming on number. Boom! What is up, turtles? It is good to see all my beautiful people jumping in the room so quickly. Don't forget to give the video a like. I ain't got long to hang out today, just about a half hour. There's some things I wanted to go over today. I will be back later tonight, of course, doing true crime on my true crime channel. Boom! I got a bunch of stuff that I want to talk about over there tonight because I haven't been doing too much true crime. So make sure y'all tune into that about 9:30, okay, tonight. Anyway, I got a little bit of time today, a little bit of time, just a little tiny bit of time, okay? Anyway, today the ladies have been quiet. I ain't been getting hated on too much. Dolly ain't been hated on too much this morning. I was clicking on videos. I'm like, guess what? Damn, nobody's hating Dolly today. It's going to be a boring day, right? The women are quiet. They're not hating on me as bad. Now the dudes have sparked up, okay? Now, listen, let me tell you something worse than crazy women attacking you every day, okay? You know what's worse than that? Crazy dudes, right? When I was in a band back in the day, back in the day when, I had a lot of girls that would come up to me, and everybody knows what they call women that hang out with band dudes. They call them groupies, okay? Now, I don't call women that, not myself, right? That wasn't my thing, okay? So, but guys, when I was in the band days, there'd be guys the same way, just want to hang out with you, carry your equipment, just want to be part, right? And I used to call them doopies. Dude groupies, okay? Doopies, all right? This is what some of these people are on the internet. It's the same thing. It's like a guy that is your number one fan, right? That watches everything you do, stares at every move you make, but just secretly loves you. Okay. Secretly loves you, right? It's weird. It's got this weird man crush. I think there's a few people out there in these YouTube streets that may have a little bit of a man crush on Dolly. Okay. I get it. I get it. When you get this ugly, it's hard not to like, right? It's hard not to like something this hideous. It's hard not to. I understand it. I understand it. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. But it creeps me the hell out when I get dude stalkers. Like, look, like them women talking bad about me, suing everybody and stuff. That's fine. That's women. Okay. I don't mind interacting with the women. I don't mind. I'll fight with you, argue with you, hug you, kiss you, all those things. But you weird ass dudes out here on the internet, and this is probably why I don't have very many dudes that watch me, right? Y'all are weird as fuck. Okay. Not everyone, but the majority of you are weird. I'm just saying, I hate to say it. You know, there's a lot of man crushes going on. Look, there ain't a whole lot of Dolly to go around to you fellas. All right, look. Don't even think about it. I'm like, when you stare at me, I'm like Eddie Murphy. My ass gets hot. I know. I got radar. You don't want none, right? Get away from me. Stay back, Willow. Stay back. It's too funny. Too funny. But no, I'll be seeing these people put out these comments and these videos. And it's weird when a man stalks another man for years. Usually, when I turn on like unsolved mysteries and people that get murdered, it's usually like a dude that stalked a damn woman, then he goes and kills her. Or it's a woman that then wore a diaper and drove across the country and killed some dude, right? But it's very rare that another dude stalks another dude. All right, it's starting to creep me out. It's starting to get a little weird. It maybe have something to do with Canada. I don't know. You Canadian dudes are weird. Okay, American dudes not as weird. Canadian men, fellas in Canada, y'all weird as shit. Okay, and I've watched every episode of the Trailer Park Boys, and some of y'all are just still weird as shit. All right, I just hate to say it. Nothing personal against Canada. Nothing personal. Dolly already loves Mab. Mab is a weird one too. Okay, Mab is the leader of the weird people. All right, Captain Weirdo Mab. Okay, I'm just playing, Mab. I'm just playing. So let me catch up on the chat. Make sure I didn't. Okay, Basement Tim is calling himself Basement Tim now. Well, shit, he might as well call himself Basement Tim. The only weird thing, he needs to stop sleeping next to his mom at 65. Okay. Other than that, he can call himself what he wants to call himself. I call him a weirdo. Okay. A bunch of damn weirdos is what I like to call people like that. Okay. You damn weird ass dude. He's like, you know how you had the 40-year-old virgin? That's the 55-year-old virgin right there. That's what happened when the 40-year-old virgin never got laid. All right. Anyway, Captain Weirdo. Yes, Trailer Park Boys. You know it. You know it. So, like I said, today I was going over some stuff, doing some research on the true crime stuff that I'm going to be talking about tonight, so don't miss that. But this ain't got nothing to do with true crime, but this does have something to do with what we touched in on yesterday, is that missing submarine that was going down looking for the Titanic. Okay. They still have not found this submarine. I just looked just a few minutes ago, and people are starting to think, okay, these people are doomed. Oh, wait, you're right. Turtle Island's tonight. Damn it! Okay, well then, look, since Turtle Island is tonight, I'll do the stream earlier, right before Turtle Island, on my true crime, and then I'll do Turtle Island, okay? That way we'll make a call-in show, and then we'll do Turtle Island tonight, because I got to get Turtle Island done tonight. So yeah, we're still going to do the true crime stuff. We're still going to do the true crime stuff. But this sub, okay, you know what I'm saying? You know how much it costs to go out on this sub to die? I mean, I hate to say that. Rest in peace to anybody that's on that sub, and I pray that y'all are recovered. $250,000 Them people pay to get trapped in that sub. Okay. Now, we don't know at this point if they're alive, if they're not alive, or what. Yes, there is a billionaire that is in the sub. Okay. Now, here's the thing. The last time I talked to him, he said if anything happened to him, he wanted his money to go to Dolly. Okay. I do know that. The millionaire on the sub said it. If I die, all my money should go to Dolly. Now, I don't know if he wrote it in his will because he probably didn't get a chance, but they should honor his wishes. That's what I think, you know? But I guess, listen, if you go out doing something you love or you enjoy, you know, say you're an extreme person and you die doing something extreme, just like people die that, you know, cliff dive or parachute or anything else. Usually when you die like that, you died living your dream. You know what I'm saying? It usually ain't a bad way to go, but being trapped underwater, right? And then like not instantly dying would be a little bit of a mind F. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. If you go jumping off cliffs, when you hit the ground, you're dead. It ain't no, you ain't trapped. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trapped underwater hoping somebody saves you. Maybe they'll save me. You can't go about 40 meters, but yeah, they went 2 miles. They went down to see the Titanic. They've lost communications with it, you know. Hopefully, you know, the one good thing about it is this, that there is a diver, a professional diver on the thing. So there is somebody that's really experienced underwater. The bad thing is they have 4 days of air max. Okay. And how do we know when they lost communication that they didn't take in water and they're already dead? You know, that is the crazy thing. And people are saying they don't think they're going to make it, you know, because the response time, I don't know. You don't play with Mother Nature. You know what I'm saying? That's deep, deep, deep ocean. And I don't know. That's just absolutely insane. Like, I wouldn't get in it, you know? Look, let me ask you this. If somebody was like, hey, you want to go in this sub and look at the Titanic right now, you can do it free. Okay. Press 1 if you would get in that submarine. I'm not getting in a submarine. No submarines. I'm pressing 2. Okay. Press 1 if you would get in it. 2 if you wouldn't. See, I would feel trapped. I'm too claustrophobic. You know what I'm saying? I can get down deep in the water if I'm diving, but I don't want to feel like I'm trapped inside of something. They are bolted by 17 bolts to keep it closed. They can't escape. Even if they could, they are bolted by 17 bolts that keep it closed. Wow. What if the captain died? Well, whatever went on. So nobody would get on the sub. There's not. Okay, Sean would. He said he would get on. You'd be dead right now. You know what I'm saying? You'd be dead. No, I'm not doing that. And like I said, the people in the military, you know, our U.S. forces that do that submarine stuff, them are some brave ass dudes, man. People that work on submarines, I could never do it. I could never, ever in a million years be trapped underwater like that. Because the whole time I'd be paranoid something was going to happen to that boat. It's going to take in water, and this is going to be my grave. You know, and I can think of a lot of ways to die, but drowning ain't one of them ways that I want to go. You know, definitely not. I'd rather just go to sleep and have a heart attack or something and die. You know what I'm saying? Even if you jumped out of an airplane, your parachute didn't open, you're going to hit the ground and die instantly. It ain't going to be, you don't drown instant. You know, you don't drown instant. That fear, especially if this is something that's occurring slow. Like, what was that movie? 40 meters under or some shit like that, where that cage dropped and they were trapped in the cage. There was sharks and shit all around it. And they only had so much air because the cables had broke to the cage and they were deep as shit. Anybody see that movie? The moral of that movie is everybody died. Okay, in that movie, everybody died. There wasn't no happy ending movie. Everybody in the movie died. The movie ended when somebody died. I was like, that's usually in a movie, somebody survives. Okay, not all movies. You know what I'm saying? Not all movies. Somebody said, "Ah, ain't nobody living in this one." You know, it's dangerous. Being on that water is really, really dangerous, and being underwater is even more dangerous. I watched this movie last night, and this is off topic, but this does have to do with water. This dude was a pilot during the war with Japan, and their plane was shot down, and they went into the ocean, and they were in the ocean. I think this is based on a true story too. They were in the ocean for 48 days. Okay, sharks, everything, 48 days, and they actually had a hook. They actually, when their plane went down, they had a survival pack, and it actually had fish and shit in it. They had a string and a hook, and they were fishing. And they were collecting water through rain, but the record at the time that they had went in the water at lost at sea was 20 some days. And they had already been in the water 48 days. Right. And then they were captured by a Japanese vessel and put into hard labor camps in Japan. Anybody ever see that? The movie's called Unbreakable. It was a good movie. You ain't seen it? It's on Netflix. You ought to check it out. It's a pretty good movie. It's an older movie, but it's good. I could go down in the ocean a little bit, 150 feet maybe, but 13,000 feet down, yeah, I'm not doing that. You know, like I said, I would go scuba diving, but something shallow. I'm not going deep down in the ocean where some big ass shark swims. I'm like, done. You know what I'm saying? Done. But another thing that I was looking into a lot of today, and I'm gonna be talking about later today on my true crime stuff if I get time to do it, is the Chad Dorman, the man that killed his 3 kids, right? I listened to a bunch of shit from his dad today. I ain't gonna go into that right now, but that's what I'm gonna be talking about later on my true crime channel, is this man that shot his 3 kids. What goes through your mind, right, when you wake up and you go outside and you execute your 3 kids in the front yard? What the hell was going through his mind? His dad said that his son is not inside that dude. He's like a shell, right? And I'm thinking, why are you so emotional, right? Because we seen him go into court. He got the highest bond ever set in Ohio. Okay, ever set. It's like 20 million. It's crazy high. And he's crying, he's bawling out, crying. Why are you crying now? You actually planned this. Okay, this is something this man didn't just snap. Okay, his daddy said, I think my son snapped. Your son didn't snap. Okay, your son absolutely did not snap. Your son planned it. Okay, snapping is something, that's a snap. That's how fast a snap happens. Right? That's how fast a snap happens. Your son didn't snap. Okay, your son didn't snap. Your son planned, plotted, and executed the murder of 3 little boys that were his own sons. Okay? He is going to get the death penalty, and that's what he deserves. All right? That's what Dolly thinks. That's what Dolly thinks. This ain't a man that snapped. This ain't some mental illness. He confessed to killing his kids. He knew what he was doing when he done it. He knew to tell the dog to go in the house. He told the police he wasn't going to hurt them. He was in his right frame of mind when he murdered those kids. I feel no sorry for him. You can cry me a fucking river, dude. You know, cry. Right? Cry yourself till you get the floor slippery and you slip and fall. Okay? That's how much you can cry. I don't think nobody should care. I don't think there's no mental health issues. Trigger warning. This dude is a cold-blooded murderer. He did it execution style. He made his other family members watch. Can you imagine being a mother or just a father or anything like that? A stranger, and watching this dude shoot right in front of you kids that are 4, 5, 7 years old. Not one of them even 10. Run a kid down, right? One kid was smart enough, man, dad's killing everybody. All right. The little boy ran. The little girl ran. Okay. He tracked this kid down, drug him back, and then executed him in front of the mother. I think people like this, you should drag outside and pull their damn toenails out. But this is going to be one of those things they try to drag out, I'm thinking, and they're going to try to play this man as he's crazy. I'm telling you, this is how it's going to go now. They're going to play. I don't know if he's possessed by the devil. I seen something about somebody say evil. I don't know. But it does not make good sense. I mean, what could these kids have ever done to you? The only thing that can make sense to me is this is something with his marriage. This was some type of punishment to his wife, okay? Hurting those kids. He probably knew those 3 boys meant everything in the world to his wife. And that's why he hurt the 3 little boys. That's what I truly believe. Because I'm thinking in my mind, why would a father hurt his sons? It just, usually we don't get this. We don't. We don't get fathers hurting their babies. I mean, it occasionally happens. But usually, let's be honest, ladies, it's usually women that hurt their kids. Usually. I ain't saying always. I'm not just trying to say this is just a woman thing. But majority of the time, I would say it's usually women doing something. Leilani's, mama's driving her kids into the lake. It's things like that. And to be so heinous of a crime, and then just to sit there. I seen somebody said he wasn't crying for the kids. He was crying for himself. You have to know the outcome of this. Okay. He's lucky he's alive. Because, in the 911 calls, they were saying shoot him. Any problems, any resistance, shoot him. That shit was coming over the radio. Did y'all hear that? Anybody hear that on the radio? On the police radio? Press 1. Okay. They said shoot his ass. When the cops were getting out in the car, they were like, yo, he's armed with a gun. He said he shot 3 kids. Any resistance, shoot him. They had orders to shoot him. You know what I'm saying? He'd have done anything. He was getting fucking killed. He's lucky to be alive. You know what I'm saying? He did it like a coward, set the gun down, just hurt little innocent people that couldn't fight back. And you try to fight the police, okay? Coward, dude. All right, like that's another one that we can celebrate when he gets the death penalty. All right, breaks my heart. You know what I'm saying? How can you? I've always wanted a son. I'm about to adopt. Okay, anybody want to be my son? Okay, I only got a daughter. I couldn't see how a man could hurt his damn son. To me, my kid is like part of me, right? That's like cutting my arm off. Like, how could you just cut your damn arm off? It don't make good sense. And he had a history of domestic violence. He had strangled his dad. You know what I'm saying? But his dad's kind of acting like he don't know what's going on. Well, as a parent, you got to kind of talk to your kids, even when they're grown. Usually when I get on the phone with my daughter, how's everything going? How's everything? You and the roommates? How's work? I asked these questions. So if something goes wrong with my kid, I know what the hell is going on, right? I don't just sit in the dark. Like, I don't know why he did it. I don't know if it's his marriage, if it's work, if it's, he has no clue to why his son has done flipped his fucking wig. All right. Communicate with kids, people. Try to talk to them. Sometimes they'll talk back to you. He wants solitary confinement, put him with general population. Look, he is not going to make it in general population. He will not make it in general population. There's things you do not want to be in jail for, and that's messing with kids, hurting kids. Look, there's a lot of bad people in jail, right? They do bad shit, but they love their kids, right? You can be a bank robber and love your kids. You can be a murderer and love your kids, right? So when you get in there and you done hurt some kids, all these bad people love their kids, right? Even bad people love their kids. That's the crazy thing, right? So you get in there and you hurt a kid, even the bad people want you dead. So he's a target. He'll be a target from the time he's going to get the death penalty. But from the time he gets to the prison, he's going to be a target. He's a target in the jail, right? But right now, I don't even know how a deputy, you know what I'm saying, could handcuff him. Yes, PJ. Wait, no, I got one. Think about the deputies that got to look this man in the face every day, right? They look him in the face every day. And then they got to think about their kids. You know what I'm saying? This dude murdered his 3 kids. Sad situation. Can you please turn off members only? I want to talk to the chat. Well, there you go. You just talked. There you see, the chat says hello. Say what you want to say to the chat. You should have threw it in there. Some days I have it on members because I want the chat to go slow. I don't want no trolls in the room. I don't feel like dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm only going to be here just a couple more minutes and I got to get out of here. I am going to be back later tonight for Turtle Island. I'm going to try to squeeze in some true crime. All right. Before then, most likely. So if not, you know, you guys come back, tune in for a little bit of Turtle Island, come hang out, that good stuff. Let's have some fun tonight. She was yelling, "You took my life from me." I know. And like I said, I'm going to talk a little more about that before Turtle Island tonight. I really think he did that to punish her. And that's why he didn't kill her first. Right? Because usually husbands kill their wives. They don't kill their kids in front of their wives. He did this as some type of punishment. And we'll talk about that in a little while. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. I'll see y'all sometime on Dolly's True Crime or for a little bit of true crime. If y'all don't see me there for some crazy reason, I will be back tonight for Turtle Island around 10 o'clock. Make sure y'all tune in for that. We got to get somebody off the damn island tonight. Let's have some fun. Dolly, baby. Peace.